What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to the channel. Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all remember back in the day how cars used to be affordable, but now every time you look at a new car, it's about $50 to $60 to $70,000. It's the rich folks that's buying these cars.
Car prices are near all-time highs, and yet sales are rising, and that's mainly thanks to the rich. 8 months into 2025, the share of new cars costing more than $50,000 is almost double what it was 6 years ago.
True.
And it's not just because automakers are charging more across the board. It's because the share of vehicles at the highest prices has grown.
Reality is, the automakers are in the business to make money. And this market, because of higher income households buying a greater percentage of the vehicles, has shifted to the upper end. Like it or not, that's the reality if you look at the numbers.
While dealer profits were up 20% in Q2 2025, economists are concerned. A lot of Americans are struggling to pay bills and get loans. Meanwhile, companies are growing ever more reliant on a smaller share of consumers for sales.
If that bubble bursts, that has pretty dramatic implications across the economy because so many companies have become so focused on catering to the demand of those high-end consumers.
We either need a much more viable, lower cost alternative, or something needs to happen in the financial markets that really loosens the ability for those buyers to purchase.
And that's what I was talking about, guys, in one of my previous videos. They make all these cars with all these different gadgets. Like you got fingerprint, where you can control everything by using your fingerprint. They got all these different super screens in these cars. When most people just want an average, everyday car, all this extra technology is driving the prices up. And that's what's killing the car market for average Americans.
In 2019, just about a quarter of new cars cost more than $50,000. Now, it's nearly half. Just about 7% were over $60,000. That number is nearly quadrupled. And above $70K, that has more than tripled. The average monthly loan payment was $749 in the second quarter of 2025.
Wow.
Almost $200 more than it was in the same period of 2019.
That's crazy.
Leases were $612, also up. About 15% of monthly payments, including leases and loans, are over $1,000.
Wow.
There's something to be said for the idea that popular cars these days are just built to be expensive. Increases in new technology, safety equipment, some of which is federally mandated, new powertrain investments such as fuel efficiency and hybrid and EV battery technology, meeting stringent U.S. regulations, and providing choice, these all cost money.
We have over 600 variants in the market. We have a regulatory environment that requires homologation. It's incredibly expensive.
But some numbers suggest car prices haven't risen that much compared with other metrics.
It's crazy now that a Toyota Camry is $40,000. $40K. I never thought in a million years I would see a Toyota cost $40,000.
Based on government data, motor vehicle prices have outpaced overall inflation by a bit, but not overall wages and salaries. On average, customers are paying about $49,000 to purchase a car. That, of course, is an average. About a quarter of new car sales went for less than $35,000. What is really going on is automakers are selling a lot more of far more expensive vehicles.
Yep.
And those cars are pulling up the average transaction price. The share of buyers with more than $150,000 in income made up 12% of all purchases in 2025, more than in 2019. That group is roughly at least twice the size of any other income group among new car purchasers.
Rich folks. It's crazy.
Here's a snapshot of the 10 most popular vehicles in America and what they sold for in June 2025. Of them, 5 are pickup trucks, and all of those, except the mid-sized Toyota Tacoma, cost more than $60,000.
Look at the Camry.
In the U.S., there are more vehicles for sale above $100,000 than there are below $30,000. That doesn't include exotics like Ferraris.
Wow.
This started during the chip crisis, when the automakers were restricted with how many semiconductors they could get. What did they do? Well, they're smart business people. They prioritized making the most profitable vehicles, the highest priced vehicles, higher end vehicles, and they sold, mainly because there was limited supply out there. And that was the beginning of the shift within the market.
That's bull crap. Once they got those chips in, they still pretended like there was a shortage, and that's why they were still charging so much for these cars. They played us, guys. Even though they had those chips in, they still were charging these crazy prices for these cars, claiming because of the chip shortage, which is nonsense.
Add to that tariffs, which are adding up to $5,700 to the price of each imported vehicle.
The reason that's important is because it's had a disproportionate impact to the lower entry-level models, just reducing that inventory and availability.
I don't believe that. That's crap.
Some economists say what is happening in the auto space is an indicator of a much larger economic phenomenon.
In terms of overall consumer sentiment, gap between high and low income adults and our Morning Consult's daily data is as wide as it's ever been. It's true in purchasing intentions for new autos. It's true in some of the household financial decisions. It's true in labor market outcomes. And so I think that's a defining feature of the US economy right now.
There are several reasons for this gap.
1, low-income people have less cash for cars because they're spending it more on other things than they used to.
Right.
A car is the second biggest purchase a household is likely to make. The first, housing.
Housing prices have risen dramatically. Rents have risen dramatically for middle income and lower income adults and households.
A 2024 Treasury report showed that more than 90% of Americans lived in counties where house prices and rents outpaced income over a 20-year period.
I think that's because we face a chronic housing shortage across this country. And so, if you own your house right now and you're benefiting from elevated house prices and those higher asset prices, you're feeling pretty good, actually. Conversely, if you're renting, you're in a really weak position. And so I think part of what we're seeing is actually just that the share of wallet available for autos has been reallocated to other spending categories, particularly for the middle and low income adults.
I also think that a lot of people are waking up, guys. You know what I'm saying? Some people are realizing that they don't have to ride around in a $100,000 car. But the simple fact that there are a lot of rich people out here and there's a lot of people who do have money, they're the ones that's keeping the car market going. That's why these SUVs like these Tahoes and Cadillac Escalades, these trucks are $170,000. The average income, I believe right now is like what, 55,000? It was 45, but I think it's 55,000 now, or 50,000. Now, if you're making $50,000 a year, how the heck you can afford a $170,000 vehicle? But they selling them like hotcakes. So who's buying this stuff? It has to be the rich. And that's all it comes down to. And that's the main reason why these dealerships don't care. When these new cars come out, they put markups on them because they know there's a lot of people who are still going to buy them. And the used car market is booming. So the car business is not lacking right now. These folks are making money. I know there's a lot of different reports coming out talking about the car market is slowing down, is this and that. But like they said, man, the rich are the reason why the cars are still so expensive and adding all these extra features to it. So like we always talk about on this channel, guys, you just got to stay within your means. Yeah, there's a lot of people who make a lot of money. You can't be mad at them. It is what it is. So if you want to drive these expensive cars and not worry about it being repoed, got to get your money up. But if you comfortable where you are, just buy something within your means and be good with it. Because at the end of the day, it's just transportation. You don't want to go broke just because you're trying to keep up with your neighbor who might be a software engineer and you might be a school teacher. You can't keep up with them. It just is what it is. We have to understand that's okay. And some people are car people. So some folks will spend more money on their cars than they spend on their house or going on vacation. That's why I always tell people to just worry about you, worry about your family, what works for your family. Because trying to keep up with the Joneses, you have no idea how people are getting their money and why they're able to buy what they buy. And that's basically what they're talking about, man. It's like, it's just there's different classes of people. And it just is what it is. And these automakers aren't going to bring the prices down on these vehicles because there are people out there who can afford them. Bottom line. Our goal for this video, guys, is just to understand that, okay, you may see somebody riding in that $100,000 Escalade, but understand, maybe they just earning enough money to own that vehicle, or maybe they not. And that's going to take us to the second half of this video, the repos. And this is what happened when you get out of your lane.
2024 with 22,000 miles, repossessed. Let's see, look, still under factory warranty.
Wow.
How clean do they keep it? Mints, look at this. They kept it so clean. This is so sad. Look at this one, 2025 with 112 miles.
Wow.
They didn't even put gas in this car and they got repossessed. Look, they still left the stickers. It still smells like a new car. You still got 100% factory warranty. Listen to it close. Wow. This is a brand new car. Look at the tires, less than 100 miles, literally. This car was just parked in a garage. They defaulted on their first payment, and Toyota picked it up. This is where I got a question. This is a
First
2024
payment.
with 33 miles, right? This is brand new. Tires less than 50 miles, right? Let's look inside. Yo! There's another stickers on the screen. The repossessions are like this every week. This week, there's 2,500 repossessions for us to buy.
Oh, they not playing. They getting that up on me. Wow. That's crazy. Uh-oh. Wow. He chasing it. Oh, he got it in the car. That's unbelievable. Wow. That's crazy. Excuse me. Man, that's wild. What's that, a Dodge Avenger? Oh, he's dragging dude's car, man. That's crazy. NYC, New York. Y'all New York bad was wild. Man, that's wild. He in the car too. That's unbelievable, man. Why would he keep pulling the car though? I don't understand. Is it that serious, bro? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying, man? That's probably more so him parking somewhere. I don't know if that's a repo. That's kind of up in the air. Consider it's New York. In an old car like that. He's still dragging. He must be on a bicycle following him. Ain't no way he. Oh, he in his car. He in the car. No, he on one of those little scooters. It gotta be. That's outrageous. I wouldn't even want my car back after all that. Y'all go ahead and take it. He's still pulling that gun. Y'all about to get real. See, and he ruining his own car.
Make any more payments on this thing, right?
You haven't been making payments.
I mean, well, you taking it, so I don't gotta make any more. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh,
come on, bro! I paid a lot of money for this truck.
Oh, that's crazy.
Come on, man.
Oh,
you got my stuff out of it, man.
That's ridiculous.
Yo, what are you doing? Come on, man. Paid a lot of money for this truck. Come on. It's gonna cost a fix, man.
How much? How much?
Come on, man.
How much?
Why would
Come
he do
on,
that?
man.
How much?
I'll start making my payments,
You
bro.
ain't making no payments.
That's wild, man. Why would he beat on? Man, again, that's why I say, guys, we got to stay within our means because this is crazy out here. People doing any and everything, man, about these cars. I think some people lose perspective. It's only a vehicle. Like, you doing too much. I hope we learned something from this video, guys. That's why I make these videos. Gave you a 2-part series on this one. My lesson here is just stay within your means, and if times get hard, you have to do what you got to do. But don't do this craziness you stand on these videos. This is outrageous. If you're new to the channel, man, hit the like button, subscribe. I appreciate y'all watching, and I see y'all on the next. Peace.